Yo guys, what is going on? I hope you're ready for what you're about to witness. We got birds at the bottom versus vaccine up at the top. And dude, man, this deck has been so much fun. I really was not expecting to enjoy it this much, but and it's honestly gone a lot under a lot of people's radars, myself included, up until recently. And so the combo lines in this deck are just so crazy, and the amount of free playing Digimon you can do is just so sick. So we'll kind of get into how exactly it all works, but the basic idea is your deck is functioning around these on deletion effects with Phoenixmon X is kind of the glue that holds it all together. That's the win condition, and what you're trying to do is basically turbo into that, spit out a bunch of bodies, and then just aggro your opponent down from there. You've got a lot of recursion from trash and stuff as well. So our opponent not opening the most ideal, starting with a turn 1 Magnet Angemon Slam, but going into Rapid X is pretty sick. Now Garuda Ace playing the Akiho to get a search is pretty nice, but obviously it's a little bit risky just because if he pops an overflow, he'll gain 3, and then if somehow it was due to deletion by battle or DP reduction, then he'll gain another 2 off Rapidmon X. So Rapidmon definitely annoying. So he's getting set up a little bit of a slow start, but now it's looking like it's coming together. So we got TK Carter, which is a throwback I haven't seen in a while, and we're facing now 6 security. But I think we can definitely do some damage here. So we've got the Biomon in the back that was, evolved the past turn. We're going to go ahead and bring that on up. And then Protoform into Garuda X. Garuda X is a really strong card, being able to just add back any red Digimon from your trash. And then if there's anybody or Garudamon underneath it, you basically get to pop an 8k or lower, which is pretty insane. We're just going to pass turn with Phoenixmon. This Phoenixmon is the BT11 one. So anytime we check a security or security is removed from our opponent's stack, we get to just trigger its on deletion. So our opponent is getting a little bit of tempo here with the Rapid as well as the Rapid X. So if he does go ahead and block with the Rapid X, the Rapid, he can effectively combo that to do like minus 8k total across one of my suspended Digimon, and then blocking into it pretty much guarantee it's bigger than anything. The thing about Phoenixmon X, or the whole line, is I don't care if you kill me, because all my attacks, all my really good effects are on deletions, and with Phoenix X, now they are also end of attack. So if my opponent blocks, kills the Phoenixmon, I get my on deletions. If he doesn't block, I check his security, I get my on deletions anyways. So I think here we're definitely just going to block. Here, taking out the Biomon. Biomon's effect from the egg will grab back a Saberdramon. Checking into security, or I guess rather, our opponent is going to block and then -4 on the Biomon. So I'm going to block, and then at the end of attack we can use Garudamon X to trash a security card. And then Phoenixmon will let us play a Digimon from our hand that is Bird, Avian, Beast, whatever. That's 11,000 or lower, and then we get to pop something that our opponent controls that's equal to or lower DP. Playing the Garudamon. Garudamon effect can play a 3-cost or lower red tamer, so I'm not going to be able to play Sora, but just getting level 5 on board for our Garuda X in the hand, recycling back maybe the Biomon or something, and then also getting the Biomon search from the next turn is putting us in a pretty solid position. Our opponent does have Pillow in the back, which is definitely scary, but the nice thing about this deck is you've got a lot of answers to floodgates. Something like that EX1 Birdramon that's in my hand, it's when attacking, just pop a 3k or lower, so I'm not super worried about Pillowmon. It's really just like the Rapid and everything that's a little bit annoying. So we are going to go ahead and add back something off Protoform, putting itself on top of security, and then our opponent is going to go ahead and delete the Phoenixmon. We're going to go ahead and float into something, trash the security, and then losing memory due to the overflow from the Garudamon Ace there. Okay, and then our opponent's going to go Magnet Angemon, playing it for 4, healing 1 again. So our opponent is going to go ahead and go Magnet Angemon to minus the Garudamon, and then go Rapidmon to suspend it, and then the other Rapidmon that has the X antibody will also -4, and then we'll be able to gain back memory off of that. So kind of clearing out the Garudamon there, choking me to 1. The nice thing is that since the new one doesn't have X antibody, I don't have to worry about a -8k. We're just going to set up a little bit, playing a red training, and then grabbing a couple more pieces here, and then just trying to dig for like another Phoenixmon X. I think since there is one in my trash, that might have been a little bit of a misplay. I definitely could have just promoted the Biomon, swung, and then the -4 hits it, add back the Phoenix X, Evo into the Phoenix X. and then kind of pressure my opponent from there. But you know, retrospect, it's always better. So we're gonna go ahead and swing here, hitting the protoform. Gonna go rapid -5, and so it's -9. Nothing happens, so it's unspending. And then so we're gonna go ahead and go Biyomon, start a main, which I absolutely love this card. It adds so much consistency to the deck, being able to just add any red card. So we're gonna go ahead and take Akiho here. Akiho again is another nice consistency card, but also gives you the benefit of being able to give something rush. So we're gonna go ahead and go training here. Birdramon can add back the Phoenix X, and that's another way we can just recycle the Phoenix X. So honestly, if you see one and you've got your engine going, that's totally enough. And so we can go ahead and go Protoform into the Phoenix X for a cost of 1. Not passing turn, and then now I'm just deciding a little bit which kind of order to swing with. If we swing with the Phoenixmon X, we run the risk of hitting into an ace here, maybe Magnangemon or Angelmon, but that's honestly fine because then I can just delete it to gain back memory. So our opponent is going to go ahead and lose a security there. I'm going to play the Phoenixmon to delete an 11,000 or lower. And then giving a rush off the Akiho. So we are going to go ahead and delete. I think the play is definitely the suspended one, so we can go ahead and swing into it, because then since there's no Rapidmon with X antibody, yeah, so we're going to delete that off of the Phoenixmon X effect, Armor Purge. We're going to swing into it, and then we're going to go ahead and kill the Magnangemon, gaining the 3 memory back off of Overflow. And then I was just checking on Protoform here. I thought it had to add something back off of its... and then just checking the Protoform there, I thought that it had to add something back off of its effect, but I guess it's just as much as possible. So it's going to stick itself on security. I'm going to grab something back off of Garuda X using the Protoform to evolve it from -2, and then using that effect to pop the Rapid, getting back another Garuda X. And then I think here, yeah, we can go ahead. We're supposed to gain the memory from checking security from the Biyomon, since the Phoenix X did hit security. So gaining a memory off of that, adjusting that real quick. And then I think if we had another Phoenix X, man, we'd be cooking so hard. But I think I am just going to have to pass turn here. So we're going to go Biyomon, taking the Phoenix X, and then just bottom decking the rest. If he is able to out any of my field, that's totally okay. Like I said, we've got so many on deletions, I don't really care. And I'm not super pressured with what he's got on field right now. I don't think I'm any threat of dying. Like, even if he has something like a Fire Rocket, which I think... no, actually, I don't think... Is Rapid X Armor Form? I don't remember. It might not be Armor Form. Because I know Magna X isn't. But so even if he had something like that, that's potentially 2 checks. Swing with the Pillowmon, get me down to 0. Hybrid for game, sure. That if he has all that, he's got it. But it seems like we're bricking a little bit because the Upamon in the back is not evolving. And so we could definitely go into something like a Ruin mode here. It would clear out the Biyomon, but Ruin mode doesn't really do too much to this deck since, I mean, if you look at my board, I've got double Phoenix, Garudamon on field, so unless he can do -10k, it's not really gonna do too much. But I think maybe our best bet here is to try to set up for an ace play, dig a little bit if we could, but from the looks of it, it doesn't seem like he has any memory boosts or training boosts or even like a BT16 TK or anything to kind of set up his security stack. And then I was just showing him, like, I am playing this Birdramon, which is really nice for being able to outfloodgate. So while Pillowmon does hurt me, and another thing is, since I already have Phoenix X established, I can definitely just swing and then being able to not being able to kill anything, but even then I'm still like pressuring his board if I die to security or something. You know, that's fine because I get the heal off the Protoform, get the Phoenixmon back. And you know, we've got many ways to deal with this this Pillowmon, but regardless, he is going to go into Angemon for 3, maybe trying to swing so that he can get the heal off the Angemon, like on deletion, or potentially just doing -5 to like kill the Biyomon or something. So it is going to kill itself to put it into security, and then comboing that with the TK Kari there. I think a -6,000 on the Phoenixmon. And then, or he is just debating whether he wants to do that or onto the Biyomon. So we're going to go -1 onto the Biyomon off of the TK Kari, -5 onto the Phoenixmon. And then since something was reduced to 0, we gain 2 memory off the rapid. Hitting something off of the training boost is definitely nice, but it's not a rookie, so it's not going to help us out. But he is just going to then slam Magnet Angemon to, I believe, finish off the Phoenix, because it was -5, -11 total, -6 additional off the Magnet Angemon. But that's fine, because I just floated into something. I just floated into Saber Dramon here, which raid retail is pretty sick sometimes, so I can definitely use that to try to what I'm looking at right now. My field, my opponent's field is just looking like memory boosts, man. Like I'm trying to figure out how I can just gain 6 memory from killing these Magnet Angemons. So we are going to swing Security Phoenix X effect to then play something out. That's 11,000 or lower, so we're going to play out the Garudamon. I actually, no, I think, yeah, Phoenix Mon has to pop equal to or lower DP, so I think the play here is maybe just, I guess, yeah, well, this is fine, and we can just Evo into Garuda X afterwards. So we're going to use Garudamon to then play out the Christie. Christie's effect can then just give an on deletion, play a Biomon to any one of my Digimon, so I'll give that to the Garuda X. Garuda X is then going to be evolved here, grabbing something back. So probably just grabbing another Garuda. It can give itself Rush, popping the Magnet Angemon, gaining 3 memory off of the Overflow. So at this point, I've got plenty of ways to go about things. I think I could probably, yeah, I gave this stack Rush. So I gave this stack Rush off of the, the Akiho there. Going to go ahead and swing with the Phoenix Mon. Going to go ahead and Digivolve Phoenix X for a cost of 5. Swinging Security, hitting Heaven's Judgment, which is definitely a little bit unfortunate. I could have played this a little bit differently. So I should have probably given the Saber Dramon Rush, crashed into the Rapid, and then after that, once I do Phoenix X, I can then just pop it and then gain the memory back again. I think at this point I'm so far ahead it doesn't really matter. There's definitely a lot of optimizing you can do in this deck, so we're going to go ahead and play a Biomon off of its effect to then bounce back the Christie, to Evo into Garudamon for free, to then play the Christie again, to then give it on deletion, and then going to go ahead and play, yeah, and so the way I did that was from the on deletion effect of the Christie that I had given to the Garuda stack, and then the Phoenix X's effect will then play the Phoenix Mon from my hand to then pop the Rapid X. And then so we're passing our opponent 5 because he's got TK Kari, but like I don't, at this point I was like, dude, I'm so far ahead, I really don't care. But I definitely could have played that a little bit better, because I think I could have definitely cleared the Rapid stack as well, and maybe not killed my opponent, but at least put him on like no Digimon on field, nothing coming out. So there's nothing really at that point that can save. Even a Death X here, the thing about this deck is like you're spitting out like level 5s and 6s, so even a Death X here would kill like one thing. And then like, okay, you devolve my field, but I've still got like 4 swings for next turn. So you can do so many crazy combos. It honestly feels like you're playing a purple deck. But obviously now you've got the aggro of red. So we're going to go TK Kari and then going to go Rapidmon, suspending everything. Rapidmon can go ahead and attack into the Phoenix Mon here, since it's -4, gaining 2 memory, but Phoenix Mon's got the on deletion, play something out. So I think, yeah, here I'm just going to play out a Biomon for free, since I can play something, 7,000 or lower, and getting a search there, and then just going to slam the Rapidmon, which at that point tells me, alright, he's either got like a Mega Gargo or like an Angemon / Magnet Angel in hand. But at this point, it doesn't really matter, so I'm going to go ahead and swing Phoenix, or yeah, so those are basically the only things I'm worried about. We're going to go ahead and swing Phoenix Mon, and then we're going to go ahead and block -8 total because of the Rapid and Rapid X to the Phoenix X. But again, the thing is like, okay, you're losing the security regardless of whether you block or not. The blocking is definitely the right play though, because if not, you're losing 2 security, because I'm doing a damage and burning you from Garuda X. But yeah, guys, that's more than enough to be able to go for game. So hopefully you enjoyed the showcase of birds. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.